Hey Kiki friends, your girl Kinky, welcome back to my channel. This channel is dedicated to helping you grow a healthy and long natural hair. So if you're new to this channel, consider subscribing and clicking the notification bell so you don't miss any of my videos. And if you're already subscribed to my channel, thank you so much for coming back to watch. Alright, on today's video, I'll be talking to you guys on how to grow your hair without protective stuff. Okay, now don't get me wrong, I am a big preacher of protective style. Like if you have been following my other videos, you'll see that I teach how to grow your hair with braids, how to keep your protective style clean, everything. I even call myself queen of protective style. So today I want to consider my kinky friends that are actually not a big fan of the protective style. Okay, now I'm going to be giving you guys factors that determine a successful hair journey without protective style, and also make sure you watch to the end of this video because I'll be giving you guys amazing tips on how to grow your hair without protective style. So stay tuned. So first of all, everybody's hair grow, and how fast and how well your hair grows depends on your genetic components, your health, that's the general well-being of your body, and lastly your diet, what you eat, because you know that what you eat shows outside. If you eat good, your hair will grow good. Okay, and so getting to bra length, waist length, whichever one is your length goal, is how well you're able to retain length. Okay, so how do you retain length now? Retaining length is making sure that you care for your ends. Okay, the ends of your hair, that's the old part, that's the end of your hair, by trimming when you feel like you have single strand knots, by deep conditioning your hair, and lastly by doing low manipulative hairstyles. There are some few factors that actually affect how well you can retain length when practicing a non-protective style routine. Okay, the first factor is your hair type. It is important to consider your hair type characteristics before embarking on this routine. You know, women with type 4 hair usually experience extreme shrinkage, and you know how detangling can be. When you detangle, during your detangling, you notice single strand knots, and you know what single strand knot could do. It could cause breakage to your hair if you don't trim it out. So you have to consider your hair type before before creating a routine that involves no protective stuff. So the second factor is the thickness of your strand. Do you know that women with thick strand can actually withstand manipulation? If your hair is as thick as mine, you will not notice breakage at all, even if you manipulate your hair 2 to 3 times in a week. But women with thin strands usually cannot withstand it because your hair is thin. It can easily break, okay, when you manipulate it as much as 2 to 3 times in a week. So when you want to embark on this routine of non-protective style, you have to consider the thickness of your hair. Okay, if it is thick enough, you can go ahead and actually maintain it like that because you will not notice any breakage. So the last factor to consider before embarking on a non-protective style regimen is the health of your hair. If your hair is not healthy, your hair cannot withstand manipulation because you have to manipulate your hair 2 to 3 times in a week, because you're going to be making styles that you can carry for 2 to 3 weeks. So if you keep manipulating your hair like that and your hair is not healthy, you cannot achieve length. The first tip is like always keep your hair moisturized, because if you don't keep your hair moisturized, it will dry up and it will break. Okay, at the end of the day, you won't be able to retain length and your hair will not grow. So always keep your hair moisturized. Okay, so the next tip is always make a low manipulation styles like twist out, braid out, bantu knot out, wash and go. They are low manipulation styles. Okay, when you make these styles, it should be able to stay for 2 to 3 days so you don't touch your hair, and at the end of the day you will retain length and also your hair will grow. So the next tip is always do the protein treatment and deep condition treatment. Okay, so protein treatment is very important because your hair is being exposed to the elements, to the weather, the atmosphere. You have to always do the protein treatment and deep conditioning treatment because they are very important. That's the only way you can revive your hair after the exposure and everything. So make sure you always do a protein treatment. Tip
to your
is pay very good attention to your ends. Okay, you know that the ends are the old part of your hair, and when you don't pay attention to it, it will break. Okay, because you are not always doing a protective style, because you're not making a protective style, those ends are always exposed to the elements, and if you don't pay attention to it, it will break, and at the end of the day you will not be able to retain length, and you won't notice your growth. Okay, so make sure you pay attention to your ends by either trimming when you see a single strand knot, or and also applying oil or butter to the ends of your hair so that it will remain thin. Always keep your hair stretched. Okay, because you have 4C hair, you know we experience a lot of shrinkage. You have to keep your hair stretched. Okay, how do you keep your hair stretched? One, you can actually do the African threading method. Okay, or you can twist your hair at night, and by morning you unravel it, your hair is still stretched. So whichever method you can use to stretch your hair, always keep your hair stretched so it doesn't shrink up and cause single strand knot, which may lead to breakage. So this is all I have for you guys today. If you know you've been able to retain length without protective style, and also some more growth on your hair without protective style, please let us know in the comment section below. Share your experience, share how you did yours, so that we can learn from everybody. Okay, and if you're not a big fan of protective style and this video has really been helpful to you, please give it a big thumbs up and share this video. Okay, don't forget to subscribe if it's your first time watching my video. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.